This lesson is all about fractions, representing fractional parts. What are denominators? Counting fractional parts. Comparing equivalent fractions, making equivalent fractions. The least common multiple. Reducing fractions, adding fractions, subtracting fractions, improper fractions, and mixed numbers. Adding mixed numbers, subtracting mixed numbers, multiplying fractions and mixed numbers, dividing fractions and mixed numbers, representing fractional parts. A circle protractor will be used to represent a whole unit. When a unit is divided into equal parts, each part represents a fraction. Notice the number of slices in each whole unit. This number is written on the bottom of the fraction. It is called the denominator. The top number on the fraction is called the numerator. The numerator represents the number of parts selected or in use. Let's count fractions. 1/2, 2/2. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 1/4 or 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5, 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, 6/6, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8/8, 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, 10/10, 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, 5/12, 6/12, 7/12, 8/12, 9/12, 10/12, 11/12, 12/12, 1/20th, 2/20th, 3/20th, 4/20th, 5/20th, 6/20th, 7/20th, 8/20th, 9/20th, 10/20th, 11/20th, 12/20th, 13/20th, 14/20th, 15/20th, 16/20th, 17/20th, 18/20th, 19/20th, 20/20th. Comparing equivalent fractions. 1/2 is equal to 2/4. 1/2 is equal to 3/6. 1/2 is equal to 4/8. 1/2 is equal to 5/10. 1/2 is equal to 6/12. 1/2 is equal to 10/20. 1/4 is equal to 2/8. 1/4 is equal to 3/12. 1/4 is equal to 5/20. 1/3 is equal to 2/6. 1/3 is equal to 4/12. 1/5 is equal to 2/10. 1/5 is equal to 4/20. 3/4 is equal to 6/8. 3/4 is equal to 9/12. 3/4 is equal to 15/20. Making equivalent fractions multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same factor produces an equivalent fraction. 2/5 multiplied by 4/4 is equivalent to 8/20. 2/5 multiplied by 2/2 is equivalent to 4/10. 2/5, 4/10, 8/20 are equivalent fractions. The least common multiple. Find the multiples for denominators 2 and 8. 8 is the least common multiple. Let's multiply the 1/2 by 4/4 and multiply 2/8 by 1/1. The half converts to 4/8, but the 2/8 stays the same. Now both fractions have common denominators. Reducing fractions. Dividing the numerator and the denominator by a common factor other than 1 will reduce the fraction into a simpler form, but not always to its lowest form. Dividing 4/20 by 2/2 is equivalent to 2/10. Dividing the numerator and the denominator by their greatest common factor will reduce the fraction into its simplest form. 4/20 divided by 4/4 is equivalent to 1/5. A fraction is in its simplest form when the common factor between the numerator and the denominator is a 1. Adding fractions. 1/2 plus 2/8. Find the multiples for denominators 2 and 8. Multiply the half by 4/4. 1/2 converts to 4/8. Combine the sum of 6/8. Find the factors of 6 and 8. Reduce by dividing the numerator and denominator by 2/2. 6/8 is equivalent to 3/4 is in the simplest form or lowest term. 1/5 plus 2/10. Find the multiples for denominators 5 and 10. 10 is the least common multiple. Multiply 1/5 by 2/2. 1/5 converts to 2/10. Combine the sum of 4/10. Find the factors of 4 and 10. Reduce by dividing the numerator and denominator by 2/2. 4/10 is equivalent to 2/5 is in the simplest form. 1/5 plus 4/20. Find the multiples for denominators 5 and 20. 20 is the least common multiple. Multiply the 1/5 by 4/4. 1/5 converts to 4/20. Combine the sum of 8/20. Find the factors of 8 and 20. Reduce by dividing the numerator and denominator by 4/4. 8/20 is equivalent to 2/5. 1/2 plus 1/3. Find the multiples for denominators 2 and 3. Multiply 1/2 by 3/3 and multiply 1/3 by 2/2. 1/2 converts to 1/3 converts to. Combine the sum of 5, 6. Subtracting fractions. 1/5 minus 4/20. List the multiples of 5 and 20. Multiply 1/5 by 4/4. Convert 1/5 to 4/20. Take away 4/20 from 4/20, a difference of 0/20, which is equivalent to 0. 1/2 minus 2/8. List the multiples of 2 and 8. Multiply 1/2 by 4/4. Convert 1/2 to 4/8. Take away 2/8 from 4/8, a difference of 2/8. List the factors of 2 and 8. Reduce by dividing 2/8 by 2/2, which is equivalent to 1/4. 1/2 minus 1/3. Find the multiples for denominators 2 and 3. Multiply 1/2 by 3/3 and multiply 1/3 by 2/2. Converse to take away 2/6 from 3/6, a difference of 1/6. Improper fractions and mixed numbers. An improper fraction is a fraction that is equivalent to 1 or is greater than 1. 1/2 plus 2/4. Find the multiples for denominators 2 and 4. Multiply 1/2 by 2/2. 1/2 converts to 2/4. Combine the sum of 4/4 and improper fraction. Divide 4/4. 4/4 is equivalent to 1. 2/2 plus 1/2 is equal to 3/2, an improper fraction. Divide 3/2. 3/2 is equivalent to 1.5. 10/10 plus 2/10 is equal to 12/10, an improper fraction. Divide 12/10. 12/10 is equivalent to 1 and 2/10. List the factors of 2 and 10. Divide 2/10 by 2/2. 1 and 2/10, which is equivalent to 1 and 1/5 is the simplest form. Adding mixed numbers. 2 and 3/4 plus 1/2. List the multiples of 4 and 2. Multiply 1/2 by 2/2. Convert 1/2 to 2/4. Combine 2 and 4/4 plus 1/4 is equal to 2 and 5/4. Divide 5/4. 5/4 is equivalent to the sum of 3 and 1/4. Subtracting fractions. 1 minus 1/2. Convert 1 to 2/2. Take away 1/2 from 2/2, a difference of 1/2. 1 minus 2/10. Convert 1 to 10/10. Take away 2/10 from 10/10, a difference of 8/10. List the factors of 8 and 10. Divide 8/10 by 2/2. 8/10, which is equivalent to 4/5. Subtracting mixed numbers. 2 and 3/4 minus 1/2. List the multiples of 4 and 2. Multiply 1/2 by 2/2, which converts to 2/4. Take away 2/4, a difference of 2 and 1/4. 1 and 1/4 minus 2/4. Convert 1 whole into 4/4. 4/4 plus 1/4 for a total of 5/4. Take away 2/4, a difference of 3/4. Multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. 1/2 of 1/2. Convert 1/2 to 2/4. 1/2 of 1/2 is 1/4. 1/2 of 3. Convert a whole unit to 2/2. 1/2 of 3 is 1.5. Dividing fractions and mixed numbers. 1/2 divided into quarters. Convert 1/2 to 2/4. Half divided into quarters is 2. Divide 2 and 3/4 into quarters. Convert each of the whole units into quarters. 2 and 3/4 divided into quarters is 11 quarters.